Mr. Man, why do you become stupid when you're in love? Why do you become stupid when you're in love? There's a tendency with us men, most men actually, or rather, um, we have a weakness for beautiful women. And when we are engulfed by the beauty of a woman, one thing that we suspend is reason. And we begin to be driven by the beauty of the woman, and we begin to shift all our attention to how can I get this woman for myself. And what happens is that we ignore all the red flags, we ignore all the white flags, we ignore everything, and we are just thinking about the beauty of this woman. In Africa, a contoured body is quite a big deal, especially if they have um, nice sitting apparatus. If they have nice sitting apparatus, trust you me, that's a conversation starter for the African man. And because of ignoring the red flags and choosing not to take time to begin to study the woman, most of us have ended up in relationships and marriages that have broken us, or that hinted to us earlier on that they are not going to be successful. But because we have elevated this woman and put her on a pedestal because of her beauty, we chose to ignore everything. Now, this is a call to the man. If the Bible tells us that to deal with women according to knowledge, then it means you should never suspend your reason, your sense of reasoning, and use your heart to think. Always use your head. Yes, your heart can feel things. We also have emotions as men, but our emotions are directed by our reason, by our sense of reason. So, number one, when you see such a beautiful lady, you should know one thing: you're not the only one who has seen her, and most probably you're not the only one who is talking to her. So, don't have a scarcity mindset, have an abundance mindset. The abundance mindset will prepare you for rejection. In case she says no, you will not be heartbroken. We've had stories of so many men who've, even those who are playing for NFL, those celebrities who have forfeited their purpose for the sake of beauty, of chasing beauty. And at the end of the day, when you lose your purpose for beauty, you will lose both beauty and purpose. So, number one, do not suspend their sense of reason. Number two, let your mind guide your heart and don't allow your heart to guide your mind. And by this I mean engage your logic, engage your logic engage your logic in every way. From the moment you meet with the lady to your interactions with the lady, always think about it. Think about everything. Let it be like if you proceed to a place of being in a relationship, let your response be, I chose to be in a relationship with this person. When you say that I chose to be in a relationship with this person, means you thought through every circumstance, everything she said to you, everything that she presented to you, you reasoned it out, you asked questions, and you are satisfied. That's why you've chosen to be with her. And the third thing is, you know what the third thing is? Beauty is not everything. So don't fall for a woman's beauty, fall for a woman's character. I'd rather you take a lot of time assessing the woman's character than what she brings on the table. Most of these NFL superstars that we've had their stories is that because the woman presented herself, she was like the doll that the guy wanted and all that. You find that they choose they chose to uphold this woman at a very high, they chose to put this woman on a pedestal to and I'm sure they were in such positions whereby they were saying, I am doing this for my girl, I'm doing this for my girl. So the girl comes and occupies the place of their purpose and begins to control them. And so how does the girl control them? It means this means that the woman becomes the reason as to why they are doing what they are doing. And when as a man, when you get yourself in such a place, just know that you've lost direction and you've lost yourself. So when you meet a beautiful woman, do not suspend your reason. In fact, you need to engage it the most. And number one, I keep on saying number one. Forgive me for that. But that is just to emphasize that. Don't be stupid. And stupidity is choosing not to think, but choosing to feel things. And also, don't ignore the advice from people, even if they are evil. Evaluate every advice that you receive. For instance, if in your process of knowing this lady, some other person tells you, hey, by the way, this lady, the way I can see her, she doesn't look like she is a wife material. She doesn't look like a good person. Listen to that advice. I know some may say that out of jealousy, just to make you leave this woman so that they can get the opportunity. But learn to weigh every advice that comes your way. Don't ignore such advice. Sometimes even your enemy can help you out of a problem. Don't rent out your brain to your heart, but let your heart be led by your brain. At all times, use your head. Use your head. Use your head. And the most foolish man is the man captured by a woman's beauty, because he suspends his thinking. And this you can confirm it. A man who has been engulfed by a woman's beauty, him and reasoning, they're not always far apart. They're always far apart. Him and reasoning, they're always far apart. You can never advise a man who is in love, by the way. You can never advise a man who has already convinced his head that this is the best choice that I've gotten. This woman is the best choice that I've gotten. You can't convince such a man. So sometimes you just stand by the side and look at them as they go down the drain, because you can't help them. And that's why this is a call to men. Engage your mind. Think through your decisions. Think through. Ask yourself, why am I with this person? Why is this person beautiful? Why do I find them beautiful? What do I find attractive about them? What am I willing to know? What questions am I willing to ask in order to get to know this person? What are the tests that I'm going to put on the way in order to discover who this person is? Because even Satan parades himself as the angel of light, by the way. And for the believer, the Christian man, we are reminded of Proverbs chapter 3. I believe from verse 5 to 6, that trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not in your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Learn to check also with God concerning concerning a specific woman that you've met. Don't just like the woman and suspend your thinking and suspend your what do we call them? Your checklist, the things that you need to check in the woman to confirm that this is the woman that you can spend time with. Because I've seen so many men, some are even people that I know, some are even my friends, who have left their purpose because of beauty. The Bible has repeated these stories clearly. We can see Samson and Delilah. We can see even King Solomon, whose heart was turned away from God because of these foreign women. We can see David, who decided to remain behind instead of going to the battlefield, and was caught up checking a woman. And so many men. We can talk of so many stories. We can see King Ahab and Jezebel. We can see the story of Herod's wife when she asked for the head of John the Baptist. Yes, Herod's wife who inspired the daughter to ask for the head of John the Baptist. Simply because that clearly painted out that King Herod had already decided that whatever this lady, whatever will be pleasing to my family, I will do it no matter the cost, without thinking. And that is something he had already promised the daughter because of how well she danced. But now the daughter, which that is another story, which paints another picture of a corny woman. When you have a corny wife, what is she willing to do? Because we see the same character with Jezebel as well. So, gentlemen, do not suspend your thinking. Even God requires you to deal with your wife according to knowledge, not feelings. So, before you make a decision to pursue the woman, before she engulfs you with her beauty, you can take time to read the book of Proverbs where it talks about the strange woman, and you see the characters and the qualities of the woman. She knows how to the Bible talks about her tongue drips with honey. That means she has very sweet words. She knows how to package herself. She knows how to make her bed in preparation for you. So, basically, this is a woman who is laying a trap and a bait for you. And so, as a man, use your head. And when your head is too heavy or has already been taken away, remember to pray. God will keep you in check. Remember to subscribe, comment, and share. Have a good night.